Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good morning, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're all having a fantastic start to your Thursday. This weekend in Muskegon, it is the return of CannaBash, the festival that celebrates all things cannabis. And joining us on the Live Desk today to talk a little bit more about the event and give you a bit of a taste of what you can expect this weekend is Connie Maxim Sparrow. She is the executive event producer for CannaBash. Connie, good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Of course. And Connie, before we get started, first things first, I'd love to just hear a little bit about the history behind CannaBash. You know, how did it get started? And really, where are we today as far as the event goes?
Those are great questions. CannaBash was a great story. Last year in 2022, Muskegon Township had reached out to us asking us if we could help support an initiative that Muskegon Township and all of the retail licenses in Muskegon Township were bringing forward, which was the vision of CannaBash. And so last year it was really kind of pushed by the municipality, pushed by the local retail license holders, and we stepped in to take on that event planning aspect of it because we have that event organizer license with the state of Michigan. And so we stepped in and filled that need as they worked through what Muskegon Township and the 9 retailers in Muskegon Township really wanted to be a celebration of legalization. And it's interesting because celebrations of legalization look different depending on what era of legalization or prohibition we're referring to. But really, we wanted to celebrate adult use, and the biggest focus of CannaBash is public consumption and destigmatizing public consumption of cannabis. So our goal at CannaBash is to normalize public consumption, concert festivals with public consumption. Our goal really is to make it more community friendly, demonstrate that cannabis as a vended product at a music concert is no different than alcohol and should be treated as such.
Right. No, and it seems like it was a really big collaborative effort between the township and all the event coordinators as well, Connie. And, just talking, obviously, this is going to be celebrating all things cannabis, as I mentioned earlier. There's going to be a lot of different vendors out there, but there's also a pretty impressive lineup. I would love to just hear more about what everything is going to be, at CannaBash this year. There's a pretty impressive concert lineup as well.
Thank you. So CannaBash is in its second year. Our first year, we were actually only expecting 3,000 people, and we sold that concert out. Last year, we had 8,000 people there. This year, we have already exceeded our online ticket sales by double, and VIP is completely sold out. We do have a great lineup this year. We've really kind of amped it up. We heard a lot of feedback from our attendees, and they wanted to see more mainstream headline acts. And so we have 2 stages. On our local stage, you'll see Asmo, Mel B's, Jolo Reeves, Blank Banks, Smoke Rocha, and Hunter Root. But then on our main stage, which is where our general admission will be, that's going to be hosted by Willie J. Peso, who is a rapper in Detroit. Our first act is Fossum, which they're from the West Coast. If anybody is over the age of 40, they're probably familiar with Fossum's music. We'll also have RBL Posse, another throwback hip hop act that sings the song Bamer Weed, which a lot of people know. Then we have Rehab, who's probably one of my favorite acts that I have not seen. They've been on my bucket list for some years. We have Rehab coming in. Then we've decided we're going to bring in Sada Baby, who is a rising up and coming pretty popular artist and rapper out of Detroit. And then our headline act is Ludacris from Atlanta, Georgia, and he is very excited about CannaBash.
Right. Now, and what does it mean to you to be able to bring these big name artists like Ludacris, like Sada Baby, who is, pretty local, but also has, some big time hits and is pretty well known across the country? What does it mean to you to be able to bring these impressive artists to CannaBash this year?
Well, it's funny. We had to make some decisions. There's economics behind all of this, and you got to look at a ticket price and how we really try to make CannaBash affordable for everybody. We don't want to price somebody out of a concert, right? That's CannaBash is for everyone. It's really Muskegon County's ability to celebrate legalization of cannabis, public consumption, and everybody knows that Muskegon's known for its summer festivals and music. And so when we did finally get confirmation from Ludacris, I was pretty shocked. We really wanted to make sure that we could draw a crowd of people that fit a variety of age groups and demographics. And that's not easy. A lot of people are like, wow, this lineup's kind of all over the place. Oh, but if you look at it, it's not. We're really touching, 3 or 4 demographic age groups and societal groups, as well as, socioeconomic backgrounds. I think what's been interesting is that this year our ticket sales online, 50% of those are from out of state.
Oh, wow.
Thus far. Yeah, and they're coming from as far as Vegas, New York, Boston, Texas, Florida, Mississippi, Arkansas, Iowa. I mean, people are coming from all across the United States to come to this festival.
Right. No, so you guys are obviously gaining in popularity. I mean, is that sort of the hope for you as far as CannaBash is concerned? You also mentioned earlier that the goal of the festival in itself was really to kind of break down those stigmas surrounding consumption of cannabis and marijuana. Is that also another hope that you hope people get out of CannaBash, those who attend or those who kind of hear about the experiences that people had at the festival?
That's exactly what we're doing. Our target is to raise awareness and show people that, a public consumption event is not really any different than what they're already accustomed to when they go to any outdoor music festival. The only difference is we don't vend alcohol at CannaBash specifically. We only vend cannabis. Last year it was interesting. We'd walk around the crowds and a lot of people were expecting it to be a traditional concert. They didn't realize that it was just cannabis. They got there, they were a little bit caught off guard, but when they started looking around, they actually really, really enjoyed it, because not only do you have the music, but you also have all of these brands that are coming forward. And, the brands coming forward, they'll have booths. We'll have up to 75 different booths on site. And you're actually going to meet the growers that grow the product, the processors that make the edibles, that make the carts, that make the distillate. You'll be able to actually go in and have conversations and communications with the people that are creating these consumer products and learn more about them. Cannabis is a very unique consumer product where the consumers really do enjoy making personal relationships with the brands. And so CannaBash not only brings in the music, the 17 different food trucks, but CannaBash also brings in the connection of being able to connect with consumers, educate consumers on the products that are out there in the state of Michigan that are licensed and safe, as well as be able to build new consumer outreach and customers through a festival and a marketing field activation. So it's actually just a really great way for cannabis to connect with people in people's spaces rather than people having to come to cannabis.
Absolutely. And Connie, obviously you're expecting a lot of people to show up to CannaBash this weekend down in Muskegon Township. Would love to hear from you, though. People that maybe already have their tickets or learned a lot about what to expect now if this is their first time, but people maybe just hearing about this for the first time and maybe interested on heading out. What is sort of the best way for them to make sure that they are eligible to attend the festival?
Absolutely. You need to be 21 and up with a valid ID. And you can go right to our website, www.cannabashfest.com. There's a link to our website, or there's a link to our ticketing site right on our website. You'll also find all of our frequently asked questions. You'll find our lineup. You'll find our sponsors, as well as site maps and general information about attending the event. That's probably the best way to buy tickets right now. We are trying to encourage everybody to buy tickets ahead of time. It will speed up shuttling, and it will speed up line of entry. I do want to let everybody know, though, right now tickets are $65. 8 o'clock Saturday morning, they will go up to $80.
Yeah, no, great point mentioning that the ticket prices will start to go up, Connie. And just a reminder to everybody that if you're curious about some of the lineup, some of the other information regarding the festival, or if you're ready to go ahead and buy your tickets, you could find a link to CannaBash's website right now on our website, woodtv.com. If you're watching us on Facebook, just click that link in the description box or the comment section. You'll find it right there. Connie, wrapping up, whenever we do these event streams, we love to hear from the person we're talking to and really just hear their final pitch out to people to get them to come on down to their events. So Connie, I ask you, why should people head on down to Muskegon Township this weekend and enjoy CannaBash?
I think people should come down to CannaBash so that they can experience the community that CannaBash is. We get every walk of life. It's probably the one place in Muskegon County that is all-inclusive and representative of our entire community. If there was ever a beautiful day to sit down and listen to some great music and listen, eat some good food, CannaBash is it. If you're a weed smoker, a canna consumer, and even if you're just curious about cannabis, come check it out. It's really a great time. We've got a great music lineup. The ticket is affordable. And it's a really great way to spend your afternoon in Muskegon.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself, Connie. Thank you so much for stopping by the Wood TV Live Desk today. I want to remind everybody that if you are curious to learn a little bit more about CannaBash or you're ready to buy your tickets, go ahead and just head on over to our website, woodtv.com. We've got links there for you to check out right now. Connie, once again, thank you so much for stopping by this morning.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate you.
Of course. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.